It is 4:20 p.m. on October 25th, and we're back on the farm here in Michigan. We decided to slip in here, and we're hunting this landing strip. A lot of it is all these ferns that are overgrown, and these deer are bedding in there. And that's kind of why I'm hunting here today, is because it's the 25th of October, and these deer are starting to pick it up a little bit as far as the pre-rut goes. I'm starting to see a little bit more chasing and rut activity on my cameras. Again, I'm 2 hours away, so I can't observe it in real life, but just on what I'm seeing on my cameras, it looks like it's getting closer and closer to be at that time. So, with that being said, the pumpkin pickers are about 500 yards behind me, or 400, somewhere around there. I don't know if they're coming out, but I have pumpkins there, I have woods behind me, I have this fern grass stuff in front of me, I have woods just after that, and I have a massive cornfield about 100 yards away. So I'm expecting to see these deer travel through here all evening long. It's about 15 mile an hour southwest winds, and southeast winds, and it's perfect for this stand. It has not been sat since the beginning of October when the season first started, so I decided to sit here and give it a go. I might do a little rattling. I do have a nice buck that showed up here on camera not far from here just after daylight 3 days in a row. And what I've noticed is each time he shows up, there's bucks fighting on camera. So he's got his ears pinned back and he's coming to that. So I'm hoping that buck's showing aggressive behavior and I'll be able to rattle him in. But in the meantime, we're going to sit back and enjoy the view. We're going to do a light rattling sequence. I'm going to do about 3 or 4 rattling sequences today. Start off light, then go medium, and then go real heavy and hard at it, and just hope that they can hear it through this wind. Like I said, that one buck, he came back 3 days in a row with his ears pinned back, coming to the fight, so I'm going to try to rattle him in. I got a 4-point or a 6-point about 100 yards crossed right now, and then I have what looks to be a spike about 40 yards behind me bedded down, so they're starting to move. Just smoked a coyote. I'm sitting here and I have 3 bucks out in front, 1 bedded and 2 out there just moseying around. and I hear a coyote light up in the distance. Well, I ended up hitting my bleat can to see if I could bring it closer for a shot. Well, I hit it, and out of the south came a coyote. I didn't even have time to fire up the camera. He just came right in, and I just smoked him. One less fawn killer, baby. Yes! Well, got me a coyote this evening. I was in the stand and I was watching 4 bucks in front of me about 80 yards out, and I heard a couple yelps, and all of a sudden those bucks threw their heads up and they took off running, and I kept hearing the yelps, and they're pretty close, so I got out my doe bleat can and hit that a couple times, and about 45 seconds later a coyote from the south came up on me, and I ended up smoking this nice female. So we got another coyote out of here, another fawn killer down, and it's time to go after a buck now. Well, we're in a new stand this evening. I just hung this stand about an hour ago. Got my gear and got in here, and I think it's going to be a really good spot, especially in the mornings. These deer come in this wood lot here, and I think that I can get a nice shot, 30 yards either direction, so it should be pretty good. Unfortunately, my camera battery's at 3%. But not expecting to see much. It is very windy, about 20-mile-an-hour winds, and I thought the deer wouldn't be moving. Well, I got 7 deer out in front of me right now, so I'm gonna shut the camera off and hope for the best and turn it on when we need it. So I hung this stand yesterday when it was gale force winds, and it really is going to be a good rifle stand, but my hopes is also an early season stand for bow. Whenever I hunt the turnaround, I see a lot of deer moving this way, and it's hard to see because there's a fence row where it kind of cuts it off, but you can still see that they're coming into this wood lot, and there's some heavy use trails right here, and I gotta suspect that, they're using that and they're coming right through here. So hopefully, they'll do just like that 8-point did and come on in at some point and give me a shot. nose to the ground. He keeps running around over there. Looks like there's 2 or 3 bucks. I don't see a doe. I've been trying bleating, I've been trying grunting, I've been trying rattling. I need him to close the distance by a lot. Dang it, I should have hunted the turnaround. This always happens. I come so close here, you know, I mean, I guess 200 yards isn't close in a way, but I'm there, you know, picking the wrong stand, or they're turning the other direction. It's tough. It's hard to continuously come this close, you know, and not get the job done. But the only thing I can say is it's hunting, and anything can happen. But it's frustrating. So frustrating. Well, it is Halloween night, and it is 5:40 p.m., and we are in the turnaround stand right now. I have the decoy in front of us. I'm hoping that anything that comes out in front will pull from us. I did put a little extra sun on the ground next to the decoy, you know, blowing behind me, so anything that comes behind me could get a whiff of it. Now the wind is cutting a corner pretty hard, and a lot of these deer come up this fence post here, so I'm thinking that they might see the decoy and come right towards it too. So could be a win-win. We might end up doing a rattling sequence or two. You know, these deer, I'm not convinced that they're going out full balls on it yet, but I don't think it's going to be far behind either. So hopefully the weather, you know, gets a little better for us. It's kind of rainy and overcasty, but bad weather bucks could come trick-or-treating on Halloween.
The week flew by, and unfortunately it was time to trade in the bolts for a work shirt. Seeing a shooter buck on his feet during daylight was extremely exciting, and this week's hunting was definitely a challenge, but it was the failures from it and the lessons learned that would keep me coming back for more.